everyone, this is the last word and I'm Maria Shakil. The deed is done. Arvind Kejriwal has stepped down as Delhi Chief Minister, paving the way for Atishi to replace him. He submitted his resignation to the Lieutenant Governor accompanied by his entire cabinet, setting in motion the change of guard. Atishi will be Delhi's third woman Chief Minister. She has big boots to fill, with Sushma Sawaraj and Sheela Dikshit preceding her. The BJP continued its attack, from calling the Chief Minister handover a sham to accusing Atishi of corruption in the various portfolios she holds. The question that we ask on the show tonight, Atishi replaces Kejriwal. What changes for Delhi after this upheaval? Okay, so let me bring in Bansuri Sawaraj now. Member of Parliament of the BJP is joining us live. Ms. Sawaraj, thank you for speaking to NDTV. This is a very interesting development, I would say, in terms of, Atishi going to be the next Chief Minister. She is a woman and she, as we have been saying, has huge shoes to fill, because in the past it has been your mother, late Sushma Sawaraj, and late Sheela Dikshit, who have served as Chief Ministers of Delhi. As a woman MP yourself, what are your thoughts today?
So first of all, many congratulations to Atishi ji for being chosen by her party to become the next CM face for the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. But I'll be very honest, I'm a little disappointed by the statement that she made today. She actually said that there is only one CM in Delhi and that continues to be Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. It seems as if Atishi ji is already scuttling away from her role. She's actually sort of regressed the women empowerment movement by 1,000 years. I want to ask her, is she just going to be sitting on the CM seat without owning up to the responsibility of it? And is it going to be Mr. Kejriwal who is going to continue to enjoy the fruits of power, but now without shouldering the responsibility of it? Because if that is the case, then I'm sorry, then there is this downright murder of democracy. It is quite saddening and disheartening to see that the Aam Aadmi Party has enjoyed being in power in Delhi for over a decade. Basic amenities like sewage, drainage, roads, water, electricity, all of it comes within the ambit of the Aam Aadmi Party for the last decade. But they haven't done anything for the development of Delhi. It seems that the full stop on Delhi's development that occurred during the regime of the Aam Aadmi Party, it looks like it is going to continue even under the leadership of Atishi Marlena ji. So it seems as if only faces have changed. But unfortunately, Delhi ka durbhagya lagta hai barqarar hai.
Okay, the BJP has issued a press release also in which they are saying that Atishi as AAP CM would be a national security concern. Why will it be a national security concern? She's already a sitting
I am not
minister.
going to make... No, I'm not going to make any sort of comments on her family or on her personally. Having said that, I would want to definitely draw the attention of the people of Delhi to her track record as member of the Aam Aadmi Party government. For example, she has been the water minister of Delhi, and there are parts of Delhi where drinking water is contaminated with sewage water, but nothing has been done. In fact, if you remember, during the peak summer months, Delhi was actually suffering almost a drought. There was Delhi बूंद बूंद के लिए तरस रही थी, लेकिन आतिशी जी केवल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस कर रही थी, ग्राउंड पर जाके काम नहीं कर रही थी. उसके बाद आपने देखा कि बारिश हुई, 2 बूंद पानी में पूरी की पूरी दिल्ली जल भराव से उसी पानी से त्रस्त हो गई. आम आदमी पार्टी सरकार के विधायकों के कानों पर जूं तक नहीं रेंगी, उन्होंने जनता की बात नहीं सुनी. उन्होंने जल भराव होने के बावजूद desilting of nalas was not done, and what happened? Almost 13 to 14 incidents happened where tragedy took place and people lost their lives. So I'm just going to say that it seems, like I said, faces have changed. It might be a case of nothing but political musical chairs. But seems that the development story of Delhi, which has come to a complete halt, unfortunately, that is going to continue.
Okay,
there is going to be no development in Delhi until and unless the people of Delhi choose a double engine ki sarkar of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the upcoming assembly polls.
Okay, Bansuri ji, my question is also about, yes, the BJP as an opposition has all rights to criticize the ruling Aam Aadmi Party, but Aam Aadmi Party at the moment appears to have a plan, in the sense that Mr. Kejriwal is saying that they will be going in for elections because he wants to test if people of Delhi will believe his story, that he's not facing, although he has been in jail, he is not really corrupt. But does the BJP really have a plan besides just criticizing Aam Aadmi Party and talking about their failures, in terms of what is it that you are offering to people of Delhi?
Maria, thank you for asking me that question. Now, first of all, let me begin by saying, what is the BJP offering? Just see today itself, while the Aam Aadmi Party was busy playing political musical chairs, today the Bharatiya Janata Party actually, and the Honorable LG, under the able leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, made a historic announcement. If you remember, mutation was such a problem in Delhi, especially in Delhi's rural villages. People would pass on, and if you could say, if a father passed away, then the son could not actually inherit the land because mutation was actually stalled. Today, that order has already been passed by the Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. From Friday onwards, camps are going to be actually set up where people can come and mutate their lands. This has been such a long pending demand of Delhi. Now, second example I'll give you. 960 crore rupees were actually lying with the Aam Aadmi Party Delhi government. It was the Honorable LG who had to ensure that that money was actually transferred to the DDA for the Delhi Gram Uday Abhiyan, where development of Delhi's rural villages could take place. And all of this has happened today. 523 crore rupees worth of money has been sanctioned today by the LG to ensure that development work is undertaken in Delhi's villages. 41 projects were, the foundation stone was laid down, 7 projects were inaugurated, and all of this happened today. Now, coming back to your question, you said that the Aam Aadmi Party has a plan. Very respectfully, I'll tell you, it's a failed plan. This is a plan where Honorable Shri Arvind Kejriwal ji went amongst the people and campaigned during the Lok Sabha elections as well. If you remember, Jail Ka Jawab vote was Kejriwal ji's campaign. But on 4th of June, in the People's Court, the Janata of Delhi has already given a verdict against Kejriwal ji. If you remember, on all 7 seats, the people of Delhi have actually chosen the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Absolutely.
And not Mr. Kejriwal.
Yes. So my last question then is that you have been trying really hard in the last 10 years to win in the People's Court during assembly elections. And of course, during the Lok Sabha, it's a different story completely. In the assembly elections, does the BJP really need a face now? It lacks that face who should be leading Delhi, who will be synonymous with BJP in this, Union Territory of Delhi.
I disagree with you. There is no dearth of talent in my party. Each and every Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party is capable of becoming the CM face and leading Bharatiya Janata Party to victory in Delhi. But I must say, due credit to the people of Delhi, they now see through the shenanigans of Arvind Kejriwal ji as well as the Aam Aadmi Party. There is a whole sense of anti-incumbency which is prevalent amongst the people of Delhi, because Delhiites realize that things like I said, water, sewage, electricity, drainage, roads, all these basic amenities which the Aam Aadmi Party Sarkar was duty bound to provide to Delhiites, they have not done so. And you will see the upcoming elections will be a very different story, and the Aam Aadmi Party will be ousted from Delhi.
All right, Bansuri, Sawaraj, Pleasure speaking to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time here on NDTV, particularly today when a new Chief Minister of Delhi has been announced. So what all happened today? Let's do a quick recap for our viewers.
Delhi's upheaval complete. Arvind Kejriwal handing over his resignation to the Delhi LG, the Lieutenant Governor, and the Chief Minister baton to Atishi Marlena.
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने जो फैसला लिया, शायद ही इस देश के इतिहास में, मैं कहूंगी इस दुनिया के लोकतांत्रिक इतिहास में किसी नेता ने लिया होगा। पूरी दिल्ली में लोग अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के इस्तीफे से दुखी हैं, लेकिन साथ ही दिल्ली के लोग इस बात का प्रण ले रहे हैं कि आने वाले चुनाव में वो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को फिर से मुख्यमंत्री बनाना चाहते हैं। लेकिन तब तक, जब तक चुनाव नहीं होता, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने भरोसा कर मुझ पे ये जिम्मेदारी दी है।
As promised, shortly after 4 p.m., the outgoing Chief Minister headed to the Lieutenant Governor's secretariat to resign. The entire Delhi cabinet accompanied him in a second car.
हमने आम आदमी पार्टी के विधानमंडल दल का जो फैसला है, पार्टी की तरफ से उप राज्यपाल जी को सूचित किया है और साथ ही साथ हमारे विधायक दल की नेता आतिशी जी की तरफ से जल्द सरकार बनाने के लिए दावेदारी प्रस्तुत की गई है। हमने उपराज्यपाल महोदय से निवेदन किया है कि जल्द से जल्द शपथ की तारीख सुनिश्चित की जाए, जिससे कि दिल्ली के अंदर दिल्ली के 2 करोड़ लोगों के लिए जो काम है, उस काम को आगे बढ़ाया जा सके।
Mr. Kejriwal's exit was as dramatic as his entry. He drove out alone. The Chief Minister designate Atishi was flanked by the Delhi cabinet.
BJP was quick to slam what it called the Aam Aadmi Party's Chief Minister chain sham, even targeting Atishi's work while handling multiple portfolios.
मजबूरी में बनाया गया मुख्यमंत्री हैं ये, और आम आदमी पार्टी का जो भ्रष्टाचार है, जिस आम आदमी पार्टी ने दिल्ली की जनता को लूटने का काम किया है, उस मंत्रिमंडल का खुद हिस्सा रहे हैं आतिशी। पीडब्ल्यूडी विभाग इनके पास था। दिल्ली की सड़कों की हालत देखिए।
दिल्ली का जो नुकसान कर दिया है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने, वो किसी इस्तीफा और 2.5-3 महीने के मुख्यमंत्री से उसकी भरपाई नहीं होने वाली है। और आतिशी जी खुद ही आतिशी मार लेना है, वो अर्बन नक्सली विचारधारा का समर्थक हैं।
Earlier on Tuesday, at the meeting of Aam Aadmi Party MLAs, party leader Dilip Pandey proposed that Arvind Kejriwal decide on the chief ministerial face. When the Aam Aadmi Party's national convener proposed Atishi's name, all Aam Aadmi Party MLAs stood up and elected Atishi the leader of the legislature party.
First, it was Arvind Kejriwal who tendered his resignation, and a letter of support was later submitted by Atishi to Lieutenant Governor. Now, it depends on Lieutenant Governor that how soon he calls Atishi to take oath as the next Chief Minister of Delhi.
So now let me bring Mr. Sandip Pak, Rajya Sabha MP of the Aam Aadmi Party. Mr. Pathak, certainly this appears to be some kind of gamble, but is that what really is the reading of the Aam Aadmi Party? And I also want to understand, does it also indicate that Mr. Kejriwal doesn't really trust too many people?
No, it's not like that. See, it's very simple. That the Bharatiya Janata Party came with an agenda. And the agenda was that they'll put Arvind Kejriwal behind the bar and then break down, disintegrate the party, and then they would attempt to form the Bharatiya Janata Party government here. Right? That was their plan. Now what has happened? Aam Aadmi Party has managed to diffuse their entire sinister plan. Now, one, that Arvind Kejriwal is out. Two, that the Aam Aadmi Party is still integrated and kicking, growing day by day. And third, that their agenda of some sort of trying to bring back Bharatiya Janata Party government is not happening in near future. Therefore, they are frustrated. Arvind Kejriwal has repeatedly clarified two things. One, he did not resign when he was in jail primarily because he wanted to protect the constitution of this country. If any dictator comes and then put you behind the bar and try to disrespect the constitution, democratic fabric, then you simply do not surrender. You should not surrender. So by not resigning, Arvind Kejriwal has actually shown the path to the rest of the other chief ministers who could have found themselves in a similar situation in future. Second, after coming out from the jail, he resigned. Because for any honest person, this kind of allegation and this kind of blame is very difficult to digest and move along with that. Therefore, he resigned. Now, he is saying very simple thing, that I would go to the people of Delhi and then I would seek mandate from them, fresh mandate. And if they feel that Arvind Kejriwal is honest, then they would bring me back. If they don't feel so, then I would not take up the chief ministership. It is as simple as that.
Okay. So tell me why and what is giving the Aam Aadmi Party that confidence that if Delhi goes to polls in the next 6 months, then it will be a different story for the Aam Aadmi Party, that you will return to power?
I'll tell you one simple thing. Bharatiya Janata Party would never cross more than 30 to 35%. It has never crossed in Vidhan Sabha election in Delhi, 30 to 35%. With this 30 to 35%, they have been reduced to single digits. This time, what is going to happen is this vote share will be further shrink to less than 30%. And this will bring the Bharatiya Janata Party to zero situation. Number one. Number two, see, people are very, I would say, very smart and intelligent these days. They understand any sinister plan and dirty tricks. So BJP has been trying to stall all the projects. BJP has been trying to stop all the work that the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to do. So people are very aware about the fact they would boot them out. That is why we are confident. We are confident because Kejriwal has done a lot of good work. We are confident because people love Kejriwal and they have a heart-to-heart connection. Bharatiya Janata Party should worry this time.
Okay.
It is not the state where they can experiment and get away without being harmed. They will not be gotten away so simply from Delhi. They will have to pay heavy price for it.
Mr. Pathak, my last question to you, that BJP is saying that this is perhaps another gimmick or another game which is being played by Mr. Kejriwal, something that he's known for doing in politics, in his brand of politics. But this time it will be a different story because he has to convince people that he was in jail, that he has been in jail for almost like 6 months, and that he doesn't really face corruption allegations. Like, how will he be able to say that?
Well, everybody, you see, I mean, why should we resign when we haven't done anything? Court has repeatedly highlighted the fact that there is no prima facie corruption appears to be. Court has given bail to most of the people, especially in PMLA. Getting bail in PMLA is not that easy until it is proven innocent to a certain degree. They don't give you bail. Number one. Number two, what Bharatiya Janata Party is upset for is the fact that they had not anticipated this situation. Now today, they're totally unaware of the situation, what is on the ground, what they should be doing, and they're frustrated. So we are not responsible for their frustration. We are responsible for to the people of this country and to Delhi. So we are just simply doing our work.
All right, Sandip Pathak, thank you for your time here on NDTV. Let me bring in two political analysts now, Sajjan Kumar and Rashid Kidwai. Rashid, what's your reading of the situation?
Maria, I think it's a very interesting situation, interesting development. What worries me is the BJP's approach. The BJP is trying to, do the things that we do. They are giving lot of, editorial, lot of advice, lot of op-ed. Fact of the matter is, what is the face that BJP has against so to say, the double engine now that Aam Aadmi Party has in Delhi, that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's persona and Atishi. Do they have a counter? Do they have face? Is it Basri Sawaraj? I heard your interview and you asked very pertinent issues, but she was saying she was saying a lot of things related to LG. Now, Mr. Saxena is not a BJP face. So people of Delhi need to vote for a face. And the BJP is very good at it, but in Delhi there is absence of it. And you look at vote percentage, you look at past performance. Just by saying Lok Sabha, if you give example of Lok Sabha of 2014, 19, 24, well, a kind of account can be given for assembly elections for 14, 15, 2020, and now. So there is lot of questions are there that needs to answer. But one more very quick thing, Maria, is that Atishi. would she be a kind of, Paneer Selvam kind of character, the way Jayalalitha used to, whenever she was in trouble, legal trouble, she would have, Paneer Selvam as CM, and once she was back, then, he would quit. You have Champai Sonan example, you have all kind of other examples. So, if Aam Aadmi Party indeed wins under Atishi's leadership, how would they dislodge her? She's young, she's a woman, she has a lot of a political promise she holds. So therefore, I think Aam Aadmi Party also has some reasons to be very uncomfortable about, provided they win.
Yes,
So
the
what
rise
will they
and
do?
rise
Will they dislodge her and bring Arvind
Atishi
Kejriwal back?
is a huge concern within the Aam Aadmi Party. Sajjan Kumar, from a first-time lawmaker in 2020 to getting almost like 6 to 7 portfolios for the first time after Manish Sisodia's arrest in 2023, and now becoming the Chief Minister and a successor of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Mr. Kejriwal could have chosen anybody from within his party, but he chose Atishi. I'm sure there is huge messaging in it. What do you think Mr. Kejriwal is trying to communicate in that? And, why would someone who has returned from jail try and advance elections?
Yeah, Maria, there are two sorts of analysis. One, from the perspective of the optics that AAP is trying to play. One, there is a women-centric image, which is the symbolic thing. And second, also, Atishi has certain credible kind of a image on the plank of education. I'm being a mentee in the initial days of Aam Aadmi Party government under Manish Sisodia. She delivered on the government schools. So that goes in her favor. But then also, let's deconstruct, break it down. She was not a part of the anti-corruption movement or Anna movement. Two, she is not one of the most senior leaders, like, say, for example, Gopal Rai and others, who still do not have any legal baggage to fill the seat in his absence. So I think besides all those optics and symbolism, the substance doesn't seem to be very strong in favor of Atishi, because she is a chief minister in the transit phase. So will she be a Guljari Lal Nanda sort of a personality that every time Congress initially used to wait for another prime minister from Nehru to Shastri to Indira Gandhi, he used to fill it? Or will she is going to be someone like Jitan Ramji or Champai Soren, as Rashid ji said? So that's one of the. So I think one of the thing is also about the trust of the Arvind Kejriwal, because Aam Aadmi Party is one of a one-face-centric party, and the confidence, until Arvind Kejriwal is there, minded, Delhi's demography and the structure gives it an edge vis-a-vis BJP until Congress doesn't start performing critically. So 74% of Delhi is unauthorized. You have JJ colonies, you have Lal Doras, you have slum cluster, etc. And only 24% of Delhi is authorized. So in fact, 74% of the area, overwhelming population, are above poverty lines, or they are BPL, and they are their material issues in the assembly election. They have a very split kind of personality. In Lok Sabha election, they prefer some sort of a distant issue and vote for BJP. But in assembly election, they vote for the free water, electricity, free transportation for the women. So whatever happens, the middle class may have been disillusioned more and may vote for BJP, but still it has a structural advantage.
Absolutely.
So I think at this point of time, it's the trust of Kejriwal and Sisodia, both in Atishi, that went in her favor vis-a-vis so many other contenders.
Okay, Rashid, why has the Congress not said a word on the name of CM designate? Because the BJP has, called her a national threat. A lot of, theories being floated. But as far as the Congress is concerned, they are waiting and watching. What do you think is Congress thinking?
So, Mari, I think that's very interesting, because the Congress is in a bind. They do not know what to do. The central leadership, Rahul Gandhi, even I would say Ajay Makan, who's who's been a face of the Congress in Delhi, are actually in favor of having some kind of, alliance, because the Congress does not, find itself strong enough to fight on its own. There is one Sandip Dikshit, there are other voices are there. But a majority opinion in the Congress actually is in favor of Aam Aadmi Party. They tried very hard to have an alliance in Haryana also. When I say they, it means the Central Congress leadership. So therefore, I think they cannot be siding with the BJP. So therefore, the Congress is in a kind of in a very so I would say in a very difficult and a hopeless situation. They cannot openly come out and back Atishi unless there is a formal alliance. As you know, the entire situation of whether Aam Aadmi Party is part of India alliance or not, that also it's open to question. But I think from Rahul Gandhi's point of view, he would want Atishi and Aam Aadmi Party to win and defeat the BJP. So it's like a lesser evil kind of thing.
All right, Sajjan, I have just 30 seconds for you. The BJP certainly has a leadership crisis in the Union Territory of Delhi. Here is Atishi, given her background, her education background in particular, and her governance background as well. They have to put a face against her. They cannot continue to have, Prime Minister Modi fighting elections, even in assembly. We have seen that formula not work in multiple states.
Yeah, precisely. And when at the national level, when BJP goes with a face and ridicules other parties of not having a face, I don't know why at assembly level they are not realizing that after Sushma Swaraj 1998 election, when Shiela Dikshit came to power, and thereafter BJP's hiatus from power has been there, they need to project a new face. It cannot be old faces like Harshvardhan or Vijendra Gupta, etc. There has to come a new generational face, more relatable, etc. That has to be there, and that structural disadvantage is makes BJP more unrelatable in the assembly election. I think same goes for Congress also, wherein the state Prabhari, Deepak Bavaria and others, they want to have an alliance. But why should Aam Aadmi Party shed the ground? Because their entire social base is Congress social base. Giving them a foothold will go against
Sajjan and Rashid, thank you so much for joining us and analyzing or sharing your side or what you read into this transition that has happened in Delhi.